What's going on, Washington Commanders Nation? This is the NFC East Family Reunion Roundtable. I'm your host, Rio Robinson. Let's get right to it.
Michael Vick here at BetUS.com. Get it all. Huge bonuses, great odds, a race book, live in-game betting, and a casino. BetUS, my online sports book and casino.
Let's get it in. We're not gonna waste no time. We're gonna get right to it. Representing the team in which people expect to be at the bottom of the division this year, my friend Nikki Gist. Nikki, how are we doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
I am lovely. That's a nice shirt you got. I thought that was a Dallas Cowboys shirt.
It's not. I am repping New York tonight, everybody. New York.
I ain't mad at that shirt.
I'm the queen of New York, so I've got to rep it. I just want to make sure everyone can see. It clearly says New York, not Dallas.
Jersey Shore Barbie doll speaks, and ain't none of us mad at that shirt. I promise you that. Representing America's team, put it in bunny ear quotations when I say it. My boy DMV Fanatic. How are you tonight, my guy?
Hey, bro, I'm phenomenal. Football season is here. Oh man, the energy's here. The air is crisp out there.
The air is
crisp fall nights, bro. Hey, it's time.
That fall air hitting. Like the fall drinks are out. Women are wearing leggings again. It's a beautiful time of year.
Leggings?
Hey, pumpkin spice is back, baby.
Hell yeah, Ugg boots and leggings galore. Coming very soon.
Still summer. It was like 85 today.
Absolutely, but you know who we had to introduce last? The favorites of the division. Nobody wins it twice in a row. Everybody's favorite Philadelphia Eagles fan, the brash, the outspoken Mr. Chip Keegy. What's going on, my boy?
Did you not check your private chat? I literally told you how to say my damn last name. What is wrong with you, sir?
You said what? You said
check not private chat.
My bad, man. I don't check the I'm not even gonna lie. My eyes didn't see that shit. I'm not even gonna hold you, but my boy Chip.
What's going on, Rio? Thanks for having me. Excited to run this back. I'm not in Narnia this year, so I'm out where everybody can see me and equally roast me over in your Commanders Nation as the Eagles will be the division champs. Go ahead, do what you gotta do.
Hey man, I don't like y'all, but I like the jersey you got on. I'm not mad at the Kelly Greens, man.
Yeah, it's the Kelly Green. It's the Jason Kelsey. That's the biggest loss this offseason. But we're gonna do what we're gonna do.
We're going to do what we're going to do. We're going to get right to it. Week 1 is here. Everybody has a game this week. But to start this stream off, I'm going to go around the room. I want to know what the temperature, the mood, the atmosphere is like amongst the fan base about each of your team. Starting with the team people anticipate to be last in the division. I'm a gentleman. I'm going to let ladies go first on this one. Nikki, what is the mood surrounding Giants Nation right now going into week 1?
Well, they're pretty divided. I mean, you're either all in on Daniel Jones and I know, or you're just like not having it with him. We've seen all we need to see out of him. I'm not really like a fan of him, but the fan base, half of the fan base is like, okay, we have some veterans on the offensive line now. Now, like we've got Malik Neighbors, right? So there's supposed to be some more talent there. But my concern is depth. There's just not a ton of depth again on this team. And that seems to be an issue every year for like 12 years in a row now. It doesn't seem to matter what regime is there. So I'd say the fan base is split. And God forbid you say you've seen all you need to see out of Daniel Jones. He's not the guy. I mean, they are vicious. I don't know what your guys' fan base is like. I know how we all are to each other, but your own, do you like cannibalize your own like that? Because
we all do.
100%. 100%.
Shit, the names that people just fling at you, it's like crazy. I'm saying Daniel Jones, like, is just not a great quarterback. He's not going to take us to the Super Bowl. You thought like what I said, like, oh my God, they're like, your mom's a whore, your sister's a slut. Like, holy shit.
Don't talk about your kids. They go at everything.
So I'd say we're divided right now. You're either super optimistic or kind of in the cautiously optimistic type, or there's some crazy people who are already mock drafting for 2025. That's a little extreme.
Hey, 1 week of college football, everybody starts mock drafting. I've already seen Shador Sanders mock-ups in the Giants uniform.
It's crazy. It's so crazy.
Haven't even seen a week of football go in the books yet. DMV, Dallas Cowboys Nation. Y'all are all in right now. Y'all paid CD. What's going on in Dallas land?
Hey, dog, we are the most bipolar fan base ever, bro. I swear. Look,
good.
See, y'all probably hear like, oh, we're going all the way. We're doing, bro. Listen, I run the channel. Y'all go check my comments.
It's our year.
Our fans, yeah, that one. Our fans are constantly always finding something to complain about, bro. Like 1 week, it's we didn't get our contract signed for our players fast enough. The other week is, we got Zeke is starting running back. The running back room isn't good enough. It's just a whole bunch of stuff. Like we're never appreciative of the things that we do have. And now, don't get it twisted. Like the front office is god awful in certain ways, but they've done some good things as well. So for me, I'm kind of wait and see right now. I think we have a good football team. But as far as the nation goes, man, look, that Green Bay loss sent us spiraling. I mean, like, have any of y'all been in a bad relationship and you know what it feels like trying to find your way?
Oh yeah,
that's what that loss did. Like that was a toxic ass loss for us.
Yeah, that's my whole life as a Washington fan, minus the fact it being in the playoffs. It seems like we are never in the postseason. Chip, Philadelphia, I know y'all are on y'all high horse. I know y'all probably talking about Vince Lombardi trophies, all that shit. Tell me what's like in Philadelphia right now.
I mean, no lie, we're absolutely looking down a Broad Street parade. The talent on this roster, I mean, we sat around a year ago and I talked about the same thing. It was the talent on the roster, but we had two coordinators who were untested. And as the year went on, it was very obvious that they were not the right guys for the job. So what did they do? They made a change. They fired both coordinators and they brought in at least heavy hitting names. I'm not going to say that they're good. I'm not going to say that they're great, but at least they're the big names that they need in order to do the job. So now it's kind of like there's no excuses. This team almost won a Super Bowl just a few years ago. Last year, the roster was better. This year, the roster is even better. I mean, there's some question marks as far as like experience and age and people playing various positions, but the expectation in Philadelphia is that this team is competing into late January, early February.
And that should be the expectation. You have a top 3 roster in this league. You paid your franchise quarterback. Y'all add Saquon Barkley. The roster already is where it needs to be.
Right.
And so what else are we waiting for? So how has the new coordinators, what have been the early endorsements for those guys?
So I think the big thing with the early coordinators, I mean, looking at the defense first, which is never me. I think the big thing with the defense is instead of getting a Vic Fangio disciple and getting somebody who runs like the Kmart version of a Fangio defense, we brought in Vic Fangio, which is kind of cool. I mean, the one thing that we're hearing out of a lot of the players is he's old school. He's a little aggressive. He's rough. And I think that that's awesome because, I'm not a big fan of the hand holding in the NFL anymore. Like you got to play aggressive. As far as offense goes, they brought in a guy that made Jalen Hurts comfortable last year. And he just didn't have the experience to call the plays. Jalen Hurts was 90% of our offense. And as the season went on, the wear and tear was very, very obvious. Mm-hmm. So they bring in a Kellen Moore, who's had success using tight ends, who's had success keeping a balance, who's had success with multiple receivers. And then we bring in the other player. I mean, look, I know you want to get rid of Jahan Dotson. Nikki, I know that Saquon Barkley was one of your guys. Like, these guys in
they got something from all of us, didn't they?
Hell yeah.
We never run out of money.
Fucking Howie, man.
Throw money on the trees out there. Lincoln Financial. They just
listen. We're solar. We're saving on electricity. That's what we're doing.
So. You gotta be doing something.
But I think that all these pieces together with the right coordinator, and Jalen Hurts doesn't have to be one of these quarterbacks that throws for 400 yards and picks you apart. He just has to not turn the ball over. And everything that we've seen, that's kind of looking like what's going to happen.
Okay, I respect it. And to close out the mood and the atmosphere for each teams, I'm going to talk about my Washington Commanders. The only team in this division that doesn't really have any pressure going into 2024. So we got our feet kicked up. We got a bunch of new furniture in the house, and we get to sit back and watch houses burn around us. Game of Thrones villain style, Cersei Lannister, wildfire, all that shit. I'm looking over at Nikki's team, and their quarterback fucking sucks.
There's no way around it.
We somehow lose to them. I'm sorry, Nikki knows it too. I watch her argue with Danny every week about how much she fucking hates Daniel Jones.
Wait,
she knows
Nikki last year on this podcast was trying to rationalize spending the money on Daniel Jones.
Was.
That was what the quarterback market was.
No,
like that's just what it is. I never said he was like great.
When Nikki tried to clip me up about Daniel Jones.
We're potting now. We're getting to it now.
1 year ago, she sat here and said Daniel Jones has the potential to be the best quarterback in the NFC.
That's what the quarterback market
1 year
was.
ago.
I said 40 was the walk away.
He's never had any weapons until this year. That's what she said in the clip, right?
Well, he got hurt last year.
But he was also playing like ass juice when he was on the field.
He was seeing ghosts because he had no offensive line. Again,
I'm sorry, 40 million
12th year in a row. This franchise cannot get the fucking offensive line right. I pray to God this might be the year. I don't know, but we'll see. No,
and this is why I love it.
Danny every week about it, but yet we beat you guys. We sweep you every single year.
And I am so grateful for the
Commanders.
I am so grateful. I'm so grateful that Nikki's team swept my team last year, because while we got to go out and draft our franchise savior at the quarterback position, our franchise player of the future, New York gets to go on Hard Knocks off-season version and throw ass at all the rookie quarterbacks coming out and not get one of them.
Not one.
And they wanted him. They wanted him. Daboll's face when they said, we're going to stick with Daniel, he looked like he wanted to fucking quit that night. He looked like he wanted to turn in the key card that night. I'm looking at Joe Shane. I'm looking at Joe Shane's son. Dad, you only get one shot at this job, Dad. You got to draft Dayton, Dad.
Like, and the kids are like, come on, Dad. Like, get it right. No, JJ McCarthy was right there and they passed on him. I mean,
but now you look at it like that's hindsight.
Yeah, that was good, but you don't know that obviously going into it. But
so all Giants fans talking that Daniel Jones shit to me. We watched y'all in 4K on HBO Max doing everything in your ability to entertain the rookie quarterback prospects coming out. But back to Washington, not to go off track.
No, you're right.
There is no pressure on Washington in 2024. It is a establish an identity and develop a young quarterback year. My feet are kicked up, and I cannot wait to see us play against your three teams. But moving on to what our main storyline going into week one is, I'll start with my Washington Commanders. Our storyline going into week one, what do we have at the quarterback position? We're playing a playoff caliber team, a team that was 3 to 5 plays away from making the NFC Championship and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers last year. Todd Bowles will blitz the hell out of you. Great defensive coordinator. Chip knows this team very well because they beat the dog shit out of the Philadelphia Eagles in the first round of the playoffs last year. We want to know what we have. I don't have to go too long on my team, and we're going to get to infighting and nitpicking about each other's team in just a second. Chip, what is y'all's number one topic going into week one?
I think so now we have all these pieces, right? We got Saquon. We have a legitimate running back where when we had Miles Sanders, we never used him as a number one back. We still committed him. We get rid of Miles Sanders. Last year, we do nothing but committee running backs. Saquon Barkley is going to need to touch the ball 22 to 25 times a game. So the question is, right away, are the Eagles going to go back to their kind of new established identity, which is running the football? Right? We are a run-first team, and it's not sexy, and it's boring, but you know what? It gets the damn job done. So will they give Saquon Barkley the amount of carries that they need to? And will the new, younger offensive line be able to open up the holes that our elite offensive line was able to last year?
Okay. Nikki, main story going into week one for the Giants.
I think it's kind of the same as you guys. What do we have at quarterback? I mean, Daniel Jones
Yikes.
Wait, I can answer.
Coming off of injury, right? I think most of us know, but okay, let's give the veterans on the offensive line that they signed a couple in free agency. Let's see how they do. And just what does he look like coming off this injury, right? I mean, it's just, listen, preseason wasn't great, but it was preseason. So you kind of have to, take that for what it is. And I just, I'm really hoping that he doesn't ruin Malik Neighbors' career. That's really what my hope is. So I think it's, what does Daniel Jones look like? Is this offensive line gelling? Can he move the ball down the field? We have too many storylines, but it's all going to be centered around Daniel Jones.
Nikki, I gotta ask a question. Because I'm on your depth chart on ESPN right now, right? Mm-hmm. Just because you now mentioned twice this new and improved offensive line.
It's not really that great, but from where it's been, it's
not to mention you got two guys already with big Q's next to their name for questionable.
No, Chip, I'm with you. Listen, I have no faith in this team, and I'm extremely pessimistic. So I'm trying to bring a little bit of hope and levity to the panel, but I can't come on here and be like, we suck, wrap it up, we're going to be at the bottom. Although, I'm just saying where the line was. They think they've improved it a little bit. We have a new offensive line coach, so maybe let's see what he can do. But again, I think all eyes on Daniel Jones.
Yeah, you normally save the we suck, wrap it up for week 4.
Hell yeah. See, at least y'all got Malik Neighbors though, right? Try to give you a glass half full. It's week 1, Nikki. This is the time of year where we can be as happy, we can be kind of delusional, all that shit, because everybody's 0-0. Just be hype about Malik Neighbors. Fuck Daniel Jones.
I am hype about Malik Neighbors, but Daniel Jones is his quarterback. What the fuck? How hype can I get? I mean, it's gonna ruin his career. I just know it. Oh my God. Depressing. I wish we didn't have him, actually.
They about to get Shador. No, they're not. Never mind.
No, they're not.
Shador.
Dion gonna nix that. Nope. Not happening.
Dion about to come with Shador to New York. Just kidding. But DMV, what is y'all's number one? From how
we got a bunch of them, bro.
From what I see on the outside, y'all do. I don't see how there's too many storylines other than the quarterback. What are y'all storylines going into week 1?
Oh, you missed the main one. Amari versus Dallas.
Yeah, Cleveland.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, Jerry talked a lot of shit when Amari left. He does a lot of
talking, that owner of yours,
he
man.
He talks a lot of shit all the time. God.
Yeah, but Amari's been kind of putting up. I mean, he's been balling, and a lot of people don't understand this. The Cowboys fan base. I'm one of these people. When Amari has a good game, Cowboys Twitter is like,
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And half the fans are like, well, the Cowboys didn't want him. Blah 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 blah. He wasn't good for the team. And me, I'm like, nah. F what y'all talking. He balling. We could have used him. So I think that's going to be a big storyline. Also, too, with us getting whooped by Green Bay, getting ran down by Buffalo, getting ran down by Miami, some good teams. We're playing against a playoff team opening week, Myles Garrett. So Myles Garrett versus Tyler Guyton is going to be a big one, too, since that was our first-round pick. So it is a couple of things to pick from, but I do think, obviously, Dak's contract is going to drown everything out.
I hate that star that y'all wear in your helmet, and I hate that team of yours, but you motherfuckers can scout an offensive lineman with the best of them. I'll give that to y'all.
Yeah.
I'll give that to y'all. Yeah. Y'all can do that for sure. And not to go too deep on the matchups just yet, because we're going to get to that a little bit later in the show. I'm going to open up the floor now, starting with Chip. I want you guys to talk about each team in the division. You can air grievances if you need to. You can give praise if you need to. This is an open floor airing of grievances, and I'm starting with the team that is anticipated to win the division.
Everybody's been waiting for this one.
All right, try and keep your comment fingers relaxed a little bit here. So, the Eagles, we know, have the best roster, top to bottom, in the NFC East. There is no question. Whether or not we can put it all together is the question. I think we can. I think we're going to be fine. Looking at your other teams, Nikki, I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to think much about the Giants this year. I'm just not going to think much about the Giants this year. They're not a good team. They haven't done literally anything to help them. I mean, when they got Malik Neighbors and they unretired a number for the guy, cool. But like you said, Daniel Jones is throwing the ball, and if that falls apart, don't worry. You got Mr. Davido ready to come in after. I think who's Drew Lock is your backup. I mean, good Lord, you can lock up with DeVito and Jones suck. Cowboys, listen, here's what kills me about the Cowboys: the fact that they're Cowboys. But secondly, Jerry Jones is doing to you guys what a former Commanders owner, Mr. Snyder, did to his team, but a million times worse.
That's because he was the originator, Chip.
I mean,
Daniel bit from Jerry.
I know.
He tried to. He couldn't even do it.
As long as Jerry Jones is still the owner, they're not going to do what they need to. They're not going to pay Dak the way that he should be paid. Because also at the same time, he hasn't really proved a whole ton yet. He has, but at the same time, you held out on CeeDee Lamb, so he's going to take a couple weeks to get up to speed. Your running back room is sponsored by Ben Gay at this point. I don't know what you've done too much differently at this point to change the outcome from last year. And as I said in our little group chat, the only team that I think I don't have too much to say about is the Commanders. Why? Because they got rid of the coach that was holding them back. They got a new quarterback. I think that they could have a little bit of success, and they might sneak in to those last two kind of wild card spots.
Oh, bless your heart. Bless your heart. Oh,
just because they do, it's the participation trophy playoffs. They let everybody in.
You know about participation trophies because we know y'all rode a fucking parade through the world after the Chiefs beat y'all a couple years ago. So
yeah,
that is an expert on participation award. I'm gonna let you finish.
Listen, no, we are the second place champions of the last 3 years in football, in baseball, in soccer. We are the kings of second place. So yes, we do understand what a participation trophy looks like. I think that when we're looking at kind of tiers of the NFC, the Eagles, the 49ers, they're the teams that are going to be fighting for the NFC championship. Just again, with the way the rosters are constructed and the coaching styles and things like that, I don't know if any of the other teams in the division are ready to make that leap yet.
Okay. I respect it. DMV, air your grievances divisionally. Let's go.
Okay. Philly's going to be last because I have a lot to say about Philly. The Giants, I'm sorry, Nikki. Look, I've been trying to practice this peace thing where I'm trying not to say really bad things about people.
Wow,
or
good
things.
for you.
No, you're not trying to pick on those that can't defend themselves.
He's
pretty much. The Giants are God. Whew. Yeah. I'm just gonna move on. I'm just gonna pass.
Just go right to Philly. That's why.
Unlike Daniel Jones, I'm gonna pass.
Wow.
Washington. I think that they're gonna do nothing but improve where they were. You know what I'm saying? I mean, things were bad. I think that you guys have some continuity. Met with Brian Robinson Jr. in person. Talked to him about some things. They really like Dan Quinn. I don't know if that means that you guys will get over the hump or anything like that this year, but I do see about 9 to 10 wins in your future, possibly. Okay. And I think that the defense will improve tremendously. Y'all hate Forbes. Now, I bet you don't hate him during the year.
We don't want to hate him, though. We want him to look like a fucking first-round pick. And last year, he looked like a fucking Make-A-Wish kid out there. But go ahead.
He's still going to have his ups and downs, but he's probably going to take the football away a little bit for y'all. I think that the key to y'all, though, is the guy that I talked about, Brian Robinson Jr. Mm-hmm. And I think that y'all are going to give him the football. And I'm so thankful that y'all didn't last year.
He got a running mate in that backfield, too. He got a running mate back there named Austin Eckler.
Yeah, that was a big pickup.
Who is 11 touchdown receptions away from being the most TD receptions from a running back in NFL history. But I'm going to let you finish. You got to talk about Philly.
Yeah. Speaking of Austin Eckler, who was the coordinator of Austin Eckler's worst season?
That's going to be Kellen Moore, probably.
Oh, yeah. And so who was the offensive coordinator that was probably single-handedly responsible for Zeke's decline?
That would be Father Time.
No. It was Kellen Moore. So The whole point is, look, with Philadelphia, this is why I saved them for last. Chip, we had the same damn conversation last year. Y'all, I had a new offensive coordinator, a new defensive coordinator, the best roster in football, and y'all also had the biggest decline in football as well.
Yeah,
sure did.
So the thing about it is, the roster is cool, but y'all are missing two of your very best players over the last couple years. So there's a lot of question marks with Kelsey being gone. Because look, I'll be honest, I think he's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
I agree.
I agree.
I think he's a first ballot Hall of Famer, and I think that that's a huge hole for you guys to fill. Trust me, when Frederick left, we still haven't felt that we haven't filled that hole. And Reddick was huge. So, like, I mean, you guys have the coordinator, so it's like the two guys that I named were really big staples in what you guys did. So I don't think it's as easy as saying Philly is a top tier team. We still got some question marks. And last I checked, Detroit is still pretty damn good. Detroit's still pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm.
The 49ers,
Rams are the team nobody's talking about that could win the whole conference this year.
Yeah. So I think that the NFC is wide open. Green Bay, they're young, and you know what I'm saying, they did some things as well. I don't think it's as easy as saying they're a top tier team. We kind of got to see how games play out.
No, 100%. And you're definitely right that as the season went on, there was a massive decline. And again, I said that right away, that Jalen Hurts in the first 3-4 weeks of the season was touching the ball and running the ball, not just because he dropped back to pass. 90% of the time, like, it was quarterback designed runs. They ignored the fact that they had running backs. You know, we had DeAndre Swift, who was great for 2 games, and then they never let him play again. So the Eagles' failures.
Kellen gonna do that too. Kellen gonna do that to Saquon.
Understandable.
I've seen him do it.
Understand. And like I said, I know that I said at the beginning, big name coordinators, right? I was reasonable this year. I know Rio was expecting me to be ridiculous, but I was reasonable. We got the big name coordinators this year. Mm-hmm. It's then the question of, can we put it all together?
No, you can't.
I'm sorry, Daniel Jones says what? I'm sorry.
All the fucking time. You talk shit in the chat. You talk shit every year you get on here, and you're talking shit. You hit the skid, and none of you can figure out why. Like, go on social media. The nastiest fucking fans are the Philly fans. And for what reason? What reason? What are you guys doing? Nothing. What did you finish the year with 1-6 and nobody can figure out why? Yet you come on here like, oh, we're the top team in the NFC. Excuse me, you forgot about, like we said, the Lions, the Rams. Oh, look at the Bears, okay? They are stacking up a roster over there.
Bears ain't going anywhere with a rookie quarterback.
And talk all this shit like you guys are the best, and you can't figure out what the fuck is wrong in your locker room. No.
Hey, okay, so moving on to Nikki. Nikki is airing out her.
That's the Nikki I love right there.
There we go.
No, I'm just so sick and tired of it.
This is the energy
you know what?
you need.
I thought, like, you know, for a long time, it's like the Cowboys fans are annoying, but like some of them are becoming realistic. These Philly fans are just out of fucking control. They are out of control. All this bravado, and it's like, figure out why you lost. Like, you can't figure it out. There's obviously a problem in the locker room.
We fired both of our coordinators. I don't
think Jalen Hurts is all that you guys think he's cracked up to be. Don't get me started on the fucking Cowboys, all right? Like, what are you guys doing?
We're gonna get you started.
The fucking wagon over there with Buffalo and the 49ers, okay? My favorite pastime.
Cookout.
Watching them be done after the first round. And I got nothing on the Commanders because we're both at the bottom. So
started from the bottom and we stand.
Yeah, we're staying here.
We're staying
here. I just think Philadelphia's got to give a little more respect to the rest of the NFC. I understand the AFC, like, talent-wise, is miles ahead of the NFC. But for Philly, every year to just be like, we're the best, we're the best, we're the best, we're the best, and you just you can't figure it out. Your defense just implodes for the rest of the season. Like,
oh, no, that one we know. It's because we don't take any stock in linebackers. 100%.
We don't take any stock in linebackers.
And Nikki, it's because we have your dumpster fire James Bradbury on our team.
Come on here and talk shit about how it's the 49ers,
James Bradbury is so bad.
James Bradbury sucks.
Yeah, it's because we took your dumpster fire James Bradbury on our team. That's why our secondary was so. He actually sucks so bad. We put him on the roster. We're like, yo, your legs hurt, right? You're going to go on IR for a couple of weeks because we can't afford to pay you and play you. So we'll pay you, but we need you off the effing field. So don't worry. We took care of a giant problem the Eagles had. The linebacking core, we know that's a problem, right? They went out and got Jeremiah Trotter Jr., which doesn't solve probably literally anything, but it's a good feel-good story for Eagles fans because we all love us some Jeremiah Trotter. So we took Jeremiah Trotter Jr. The Eagles, again, if you look at who is one of the best running backs in the NFL, it is Saquon Barkley. Will he be able to have success?
You better hope he can get past week 5.
Yes, we do, but he's also never.
Wait till Saquon does his style of running.
He will. He will. He'll make it past week 5 because Kellen ain't going to use him. Kellen's not going to use him. Kellen's not going to use him.
Him right out of there. I can't wait.
No, Nikki, you already said why Saquon's going to be fine. Because your offensive line is atrocious. Saquon Barkley has not had an offensive line like the Philadelphia Eagles are giving him.
Is your offensive line still good?
Yes.
Is it still good?
Yes.
So who's filling in that center?
Cam Jurgens, the self-appointed pick by Jason Kelce. Jason Kelce picked this guy to replace him 2 years ago.
But guess what, though?
Those are big shoes.
Everybody, there were a lot of teams, right? There were a lot of teams that tried the tush push because let's be honest, bro, that kept a lot of teams off the field.
Yep.
The main ingredient was the guy's jersey that you're wearing right now.
Absolutely.
There were a lot of teams that tried.
Also our quarterback who can squat 500.
I mean, yeah, but I mean,
that helps when your center was getting up.
But y'all not going to tush push with damn Kellen Moore. Y'all going to throw a million stop routes.
Yeah.
We may not have to. I don't think we're going to be stuck in a lot of 4th and 1s.
The thing about Kellen Moore, see, this is the thing that y'all are missing with Kellen.
Yeah, tell me, because I don't know the dude.
Yeah, y'all are going to blow out really bad teams, but really good defensive coordinators, they know how to deal with him, and they know how to manipulate his offense with all of those option routes to where you're doing a whole bunch of checkdowns, and you're going to be like, why the F is A.J. Brown running the stop route on 3rd and 20?
But here's what's good, right? And I hear what you're saying, right? I hear that Kellen Moore needs some adjusting with how he schemes.
DMV, you can't. There's just no rational. You just can't.
No. When you're doing a stop route with A.J. Brown, you also still have Devontae Smith you got to cover. You got Dallas Goedert you got to cover. Don't
say Jahan Dotson. Don't say Jahan Dotson. I knew you was coming there. Don't say that shit.
We had CeeDee Lamb, Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup, and I forget who. I mean, it was Old Man Witten or not Old Man Witten.
No, you had dude who's a Texan now.
Dalton Schultz.
Dalton Schultz. Yep.
We had also a guy who plays for the Dolphins. God, Quincy, whatever his name is. We were stacked at receiver, and we had Kellen too. We blew out some really bad teams, and we come to the 49ers, and we couldn't do a damn thing.
So are you saying that in all these years since he's been the Cowboys offensive coordinator, he also hasn't improved?
I'm saying that Kellen, in big games, big moments, we blame Dak, but I've seen him shit the bed. I've seen him choke. Go watch that San Francisco game. He doesn't have answers in situations, and he doesn't adjust. Dak was keeping us afloat. And as you can see, Dak left. I mean, he left us, and Dak was number 2 in MVP voting. No matter what happened in the playoffs, he went from not being an all-pro to being an all-pro with Mike McCarthy calling plays. We shit on Mike McCarthy, but Dak was an all-pro, led the league in touchdown passes.
Second in MVP, but I catch a theme here from the two teams on the bottom of the screen. A lot of second place, a lot of runner-up celebrating.
I mean,
going on here.
At least we don't have to necessarily blow dust off of our Lombardi trophy.
This is true. This is very true. But ultimately, it's my turn to air grievances. I heard enough about Kellen Moore.
We were nice to you. Just remember that. We were nice to you.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm going to start with love because that's the way I was.
Real quick, Nikki, there's some ketchup on this French fry.
Oh, this is disgusting. Ew, you just ate. Where's that French fry from?
A restaurant.
Well, we're not going to get Nikki started on her food take. I love Nikki to death.
Say McDonald's
I love Nikki to death. We're not going to get Nikki started on her horrendous fucking food take.
But she does like steak, though. I'll give her that. She likes steak.
Oh, she actually eats human food and not
filet. Sorry.
Food.
Only filet mignon.
But
medium rare.
Floor is mine now to air some grievances. I want to start with love, though. DMV, your quarterback's really good. CD Lamb got paid. Congratulations to y'all. Y'all have just about everything you need on that roster to compete right now. I'm not going to get to the negatives yet because I'm starting with love with everybody. Chip, y'all have a top 2 to 3 roster in the league. Jalen Hurts is a baller. I think he's going to develop more as a passer because we have not seen him take that next step yet. I think he has the potential to be a 4,000-yard, 30 touchdown a year guy. Is he going to do it before Lamar? I think he has a chance to. Saquon is going to eat in that system. The Eagles, they have what it takes. I don't know what you're doing with your coaching staff. Depends on how your season goes. We're going to get to that in a second. Nikki, you the homie. Love you. Love the hair. Love the lips. That shirt. Big fan of it. Big fan of it. You know, I can dismiss the fact that it says New York on it. Nikki's awesome. Nikki has an amazing delivery. Love the accent, but I fucking hate your football team. Fuck the New York Giants. The Giants.
There goes the love.
The Giants beat us for no fucking reason every year. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't matter which one of us is trasher. They somehow find a way to beat it. Daniel Jones is 5-1-1 career versus the football team Redskin Commanders. And it doesn't make sense to me. You got a quarterback over here making fucking $40 million.
You guys.
We have to sit here and go to our jobs every day while this fucking Geico insurance salesman is making $40 million a year to miss receivers, and to run the football even when he doesn't need to run the football. Fuck the Giants. Your fans, y'all talk crazy. Y'all fans talk like y'all got the Eagles roster. Not you. You're a sensible Giants fan, but some of y'all fans talk to us like we are the scum of the league and y'all are the pillar or the peak of the league. No, y'all fans talk
hey, no lie. I seen Tiki Barber say last year, he said it with a straight face. 10 times out of 10, I'll take Daniel Jones over Dak Prescott.
Tiki Barber be tweaking. Tiki Barber be tripping. Like, y'all talk crazy over there. Fuck the New York Giants. Absolutely hate the New York Giants. I hope they never get a quarterback. Matter of fact, I hope they sign Daniel Jones until the end of time, because the teams that Daniel Jones cooked were Ron's Washington and Dan Snyder's Washington. That shit is fucking out of here. Let's go to Dallas Cowboys. Go say what you got to say, Dan.
No, I was gonna say he cooked the Vikings too in the playoffs that one time. Yeah. I'll give him that.
He cooked the Vikings in a season where he started 17 games and threw 15 touchdowns. Less than one touchdown a game will get you $40 million. Get your young boys out in the yard throwing a football, because he don't even got to be good at it and he can get paid. Look at Daniel Jones. He's the poster boy child for it. Dallas, you guys, what is the fucking excuse now? You're not a casual, but you live in the DMV just like I live in the DMV, fanatic. So you know, walking around the streets of DC, Maryland, Virginia are the most senseless fucking Dallas Cowboy fan. They know about 3 players on the roster. They know there's a star on the helmet, and they know who the owner is. And they sit here. It's our year. It's our year. It's a Super Bowl. I'm playing a violin every time they start fucking talking. Ultimately, we know there are 3 things guaranteed in life: death, taxes, and cowboy fuckers failing in January. Y'all choke. Y'all do it every fucking time. The collapse gets even more grand in scale as we move on in years. Last year, y'all had the youngest team in the playoffs on y'all home turf, coming to Jerry World and belt to ass off rip. Loved it. Fuck y'all. I'm tired of hearing it's our year. I hope everything goes bad. I feel like Kendrick versus Drake right now. I hate everything I hate the way that you walk.
I hope everything that's bad happens to you.
I hope it all burns to the ground. I hope y'all don't pay Dak. I hope y'all fail. Y'all paid CD. I hope y'all have to fucking rebuild, new coaching staff, new quarterback, etc. in 2025 and beyond. Fuck you. Philadelphia, you motherfuckers.
Hi.
Y'all
Hi.
Clearly wake up in the morning, look in the mirror, and see the Kansas City Chiefs. Y'all see Patrick Mahomes and not your Andy Reid. Y'all see Kansas City Chiefs and Andy Reid in the mirror, because Andy Reid didn't win shit in Philadelphia, but he went to Kansas City, and that boy, they're working on a 3-peat. 3 rings on the finger.
Hey, he's almost a GOAT. He's almost a GOAT now.
I don't even see Kansas City talk about the Super Bowl they lost to Tampa, because they don't want to throw parades for participation award. But look at Philadelphia. They have been beating their chest King Kong style on the rest of the league's fandoms over a almost won Super Bowl. They're defending James Bradbury holding on a game-deciding play. That's how down bad they are as a family. They're defending James Bradbury, who clearly held. It's subjective whether you want to throw that flag in the Super Bowl, but still, you had plenty of opportunities and a lead in that Super Bowl. I'm fucking sick of this arrogance from Philadelphia. And also, they're bipolar as fuck too. Y'all said y'all fan base is bipolar. They're going to talk like this right now. Let them fuckers get ousted early in the playoffs this year.
Oh,
Fire the whole coaching staff. Is Jalen Hurts a running back? Get him the fuck out of town as well. Is his contract tradable? Saquon, why do you pay running backs? Like everything. John Dotson, we told y'all he sucked when Washington traded to us. We already know what's coming if shit goes south. So I am waiting. I am patiently awaiting seats on the couch for all of us once we get to the NFC Championship round of the playoffs this year, because ain't none of us gonna be in that shit.
No lie, that was a hell of a roast, my boy.
That was pretty good. Nowhere did you say though that we're a bad football team. We're not going to win the NFC East.
Oh, no, you're not that.
Because we're going to win the NFC East. We're going to break this no repeat bullshit.
Congratulations. What then after?
Wait. Time out. How are you going to break? We would have to break it because we won it last year.
Oh, that's right, because we melted down. We're going to win this year and then next year.
He just gave y'all the division and didn't even know he did it. Didn't even know it.
Yeah, thank you.
I know we were in the playoffs. I know we should have been in the thing.
No idea.
Oh, listen. The Eagles.
Hell no. Look, we're not gonna sit here and talk just about us getting our ass whooped by Green Bay. Yeah. These dudes got Baker Mayfield commercials again.
Yep, we sure did.
They put Baker back on the fucking map.
Yeah, by that point we were so far in our decline, I was not surprised that we were one and done. We were in a just straight up quicksand where we couldn't get out. No matter what we did, we couldn't get out. And I'm not surprised that Fletcher Cox retired. I'm not surprised that Jason Kelce retired. There was no coming back from how far we had fallen. With that being said, they made the necessary adjustments. Potentially. They made adjustments. I'll say that. They made adjustments. And yes, listen, I'll agree with you. There are a lot of Philly fans, and we talk about this on our podcast. There are a lot of Philly fans and Philly radio people that are absolutely insane, and they are delusional. They're absolutely delusional, and they don't look at things realistically. I'm not that guy. I will call it like I see it. I know where we are shorthanded. I know where things are falling apart, and I will say, hey, this isn't working. This is working. Again, this Eagles team on paper for the second year in a row, have an incredible roster. None of us are denying that. It's can we get all the pieces to come together? You asked a lot of questions. It's the same questions we're all asking. It's the same questions that all of us ask about our teams because we're all 0-0 and the season's about to start. Right now, everybody except the New York Giants are a Super Bowl contender because the New York Giants still have Daniel Jones as a quarterback. Therefore, you cannot say that they are a Super Bowl contender.
Oh, well, neither are the Cowboys. So
no.
They are on
paper. They could be.
On paper, they sure are.
On paper, everybody looks great.
No, because you have Daniel Jones.
No, like Nikki,
I never said we were a Super Bowl
y'all look bad
contender.
on paper, in person.
Y'all look bad on paper.
I never said that we were a Super Bowl contender. Never, not once.
Yeah.
And
not with Daniel Jones looking like Trey Lance in preseason.
And we haven't won Super Bowl in 60 years. I mean, no, the Giants have won it more recently than the Commanders.
Our teams on paper are
Cowboys. So, I can shit talk you. I never said Daniel Jones is going to take us to the Super Bowl. I started the show saying he's not going to take us to the Super Bowl.
And we love you.
You know what the Super Bowl is.
Hey, Rio, I got a question for you.
What's good with it?
If you look at these two players, right? Mm-hmm. Daniel Jones and Trey Lance. are they that far apart?
That's a nasty comparison. But
that's mean.
That's very mean because Trey Lance fucking stinks. But they 2 top 6 picks in the draft that are ass. They could go to a bar together and sing Kumbaya, and it would not fool anyone.
They can't complete passes. Both of them are runners.
Yeah, but Trey Lance's bank account cannot touch Daniel Jones, and for that, Daniel Jones gets to win that argument. But moving on, we're done airing grievances for now. We can air grievances during the next topic. I want everybody to give me your NFC East bold prediction for the season. Can be about your team, can be about another team. I want to go last on this one. I like to go last. I like to close. I'm a grandstand. I like to let y'all get y'all shit off and then put a bow at the end of it with a nice little soliloquy. I'm going to start with Chip. What's your NFC East bold prediction in 2024? Spicy.
I predict that Jaden Daniels will win Offensive Rookie of the Year.
I love this, man. I love it. I love it here, yeah. I love it here tonight. I'm not even gonna lie. I love it here.
Because again, number one, it's gonna be an obvious improvement from what y'all had a quarterback last year. There's no denying that. My bold prediction is you actually will have a quarterback for 2 seasons, right? You won't have to go out and buy another quarterback jersey. They're going to play quarterback for the Washington Commanders next year. I think that Jaden Daniels was the absolute right pick. I mean, you and I talked about this. You were extremely excited. They didn't overthink the pick, and that's partly because they went out and got a GM who, knows how to GM. So my bold prediction is that Jaden Daniels will win the Offensive Rookie of the Year.
And if you want to add, you can add an Eagles one if you got one. You know what I'm saying? If you can come back to it, but just
Jalen Hurts will be a top 3 finisher in the MVP in the finish MVP.
Ooh. So top 3 MVP,
top 3. NFL MVP, top 3.
Not fantasy quarterback for MVP.
No, MVP.
Who else is in your 3 there?
Well, I mean, Mahomes is always in there.
Yeah.
And depending on what Lamar Jackson does too.
I'm gonna put Burrow in that conversation. I think Burrow's in there.
I do not have Dak in there. I think that Dak is going to have to do.
Dak Prescott. Hold on. I hate both your fucking teams. You don't have Dak Prescott in there, but you have Jalen Hurts. No, you're wild.
because it comes down to wins.
In your ketchup? What are you drinking over there? That is the crazy. You talk about how your other. Oh, which flavor is that? The lemon lime?
No, this is the black raspberry.
No. See, this is why we don't get along. No, but you sit here and say that your fans are delusional. You think that you putting Jalen Hurts over Dak is not delusional?
Because it comes down to wins, where Jalen Hurts has more weapons around him.
Who won more games last year?
Hold on. We've already talked about the decline. You're talking to a history teacher. I'm not living in the past right now. Like Cowboys fans like to. No, what happens with Dak Prescott, in my opinion, is he's got to rely too much on the passing game because the running game is so much older. And he doesn't the play action pass isn't going to have the same effect that it is for the Philadelphia Eagles. When you play action to Saquon, that's a threat. When you play action to Ezekiel, he trips over his own damn feet, right? He eats up all the grass because he falls. I think that Jalen Hurts is going to get more wins than Dak Prescott, which is why Jalen Hurts finishes in the top 3.
I mean, y'all have an easier schedule, so I'll say that. But I'll say that y'all play worse teams, and Kellen is good against bad teams, and he fucking sucks against good teams.
Great, pad them stats.
Yeah, that's what he'll do. But oh no, it's not my turn. It's not my turn yet.
DMV. Yeah, you can go ahead and segue into yours. Give me your bold prediction.
Bold prediction.
Divisional bold prediction. Let's go.
Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts gonna have a fist fight.
Like actual,
like an actual fist fight, bro. Actual fist fight.
I don't know. Hurts kind of soft, bro. Is he putting hands on somebody?
Hold on. We'll come back to you. Hurts is a coach's son. He knows better than to do that. Now, if it happens behind the scenes, that's one thing.
Nick is disrespectful, though. Nick is disrespectful.
Agreed.
But that's not
Hurts'
hands, though. I think Hurts kind of pussy. I don't think he's winning that fight.
Hurts is a respectful young fella. I won't come to that scene.
Hurts ain't soft, bro. Like you know,
he's a great guy. I'm hating.
Yeah, I'm about to say what happened to him with Tua, that would break a lot of people, and it didn't break him. So I'll give Jalen grace with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he came back and became a better quarterback when all of that stuff happened with Saban.
So why are they coming to fisticuffs, DMV?
Like I said, things might not go as good as to plan. And them two, there's already a rift there anyway. There's already a rift. But Nick is very, very disrespectful. He's very disrespectful, bro. And I could see him coming out of pocket with something. Jalen's a man at the end of the day. That's just a bold prediction, though. That's just a bold prediction. Because to me, I already know. Look, Kellen ain't it, bro. Now, I don't know. I can't speak to the defensive side of the ball, but I can speak to Kellen, and I can speak to Austin Eckler feeling a certain way. Amari Cooper before he left us feeling a certain way. A lot of the guys when he left Dallas, they loved Mike McCarthy taking over. And I know we talk bad about Mike McCarthy, but the players were relieved because Kellen Moore is not one of the guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not a player's coach. It's his system or the highway. Bunch of option routes, bunch of nerdy football type stuff, right? That's where I could see the issue being, because Kellen, you already removed 3 offensive coordinators. One of them was really good in Steichen. You know what I'm saying? So Steichen obviously moved up. But with this being the second one, Nick probably comes a little bit disrespectful with it. That's where the bold prediction. For us, bro, I don't have a bold prediction. We're going to probably win 11, 12 games and probably get bounced again. Like, that's probably what's going to happen. I got to see otherwise.
Nation, hear this loud and clear. Matter of fact, say it one more time, D.
One more time for the cheap seats in the back.
We're probably going to win 11 to 12 games again and probably get bounced in January because we didn't address the running back position like we were supposed to.
So you are not them boys. This is not your year.
We're going to win the division, but we're just not going to win. We're just not going to go to the NFC title game.
Okay, so 11 or 12 is going to win it. I think 12 games wins this division this year. Nikki, let's hear them. Give me some bold predictions for 2024 out of the NFC East.
All right. I will stay in New York, and I will keep it. I'm just going to be a little bit positive. Granted, we've got major issues and quarterback issues, but Malik Neighbors is like uber talented. So I think he is going to immediately make an impact. He is going to be the team's first 1,000-yard receiver since 2018.
Okay. Damn, 2018. That's a
2018.
long
Now,
2018.
God.
Who's throwing for 982 of those yards? I could see Daniel getting about 18, but who's throwing the other 982?
DeVito, baby.
That is Jackie Jr. from The Sopranos. I don't care who anybody says. You've never seen those two in a room together before.
It's true.
That's it. That's all you got. You got any more bold predictions?
No, I mean, listen, Daniel Jones, the playoff year, he averaged over, I think it was about like 200 yards a game. So, I mean, last year, again, he did get hurt. It was an abbreviated season. So, I'm not going to let you, shit all over my parade here of Malik Neighbors. You guys go eat shit in Philly, literally. So,
this feels so good. I haven't seen Jaden Daniels play a snap yet, and I know he's better than Daniel.
Wait, you know what it is? It's the TikTok, right? Just give me my money, right? All of us, our quarterbacks. Daniel Jones is the one they don't clap for.
All right,
just give me my money.
Right. You guys can all eat horse shit on this panel for all I care.
I love you, Nick. I love you, Nick, and happy early birthday. Your birthday is tomorrow. Happy birthday.
Yes, thank you. And thank God we didn't do this tomorrow, because the last thing I want to hear is the three of you go on and on. Not for you, okay. It's mostly Chip. I don't know.
Okay, bold predictions for the NFC East. I'm gonna start with Philly. I think Saquon Barkley leads the league in rushing this year.
Yep.
I think someone is going to get in Kellen Moore's ear that running the ball is okay. Someone's going to do it. I wish Washington had that person for Eric Bieniemy to reel him in. And now Eric Bieniemy is ruining the lives of college students because he's up in UCLA coaching an ass offense there too. So now in the 3 places we've seen Eric Bieniemy coach offense, Colorado, Washington, and now his first game at UCLA, he's been absolute ass. But back to Philly. Saquon Barkley's leading the league in rushing this year. He's going to get fed. He's going to go crazy. They have an offense with a really good tight end, 2 really good receivers, a potential decent slot receiver in Jahan Dotson. If the center's good, they have a really good offensive line. That offense is going to be clicking on all cylinders, and Jalen's going to be opening defenses up as he develops and matures as a passer. I think Saquon Barkley leads the league in rushing this year. I'll go bold prediction for each team. For Dallas, my bold prediction for y'all is that I ain't gonna say nothing about y'all running back room. That shit is ass. That shit is in 2018, y'all would have went crazy. But in 2024, I don't got nothing to say about y'all. I think, I don't know if this was bold, Dak's back in the MVP discussion. He almost won it last year. Why shouldn't he be in the MVP discussion in 2024? CD and him are going to continue to eat Dak's back in the MVP conversation. I guess it's bold because it's 2 years in a row, and y'all don't really do anything consecutively. Nikki, my bold prediction for the New York Giants.
Hey, that's a lie, bro. We get bounced consecutively. We
all the time. All the
Choking consecutive years, yes.
Absolutely. My bold prediction for the New York Giants is we will see all 3 New York Giants quarterbacks at some point this season.
Yeah.
You will see Drew Lock. Matter of fact, that's not bold enough. I'll give you my bold prediction for the Giants. The Commanders are sweeping the New York Giants in 2024. Book it.
That's not bold enough.
Clip it up. That also doesn't feel bold enough because what can I? Dayball gets fired in season this year.
Not bold enough.
The Giants aren't like
because he's a good coach.
He's a good coach. The Giants aren't like that. Daniel Jones is not his guy. And then if you watch Hard Knocks and they ran through the resume of quarterbacks Brian Daboll's worked with, I mean, it's no joke. It's just Daniel Jones. He's just not his kind of guy. And the Giants will never fire. They just don't do that. It's not an in-season thing. But I do agree with you. I do think we end up seeing all 3 quarterbacks this year.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
I think that's not like we were saying. That's not super bold. The offensive line, Daniel Jones is not going to survive the whole season. Locke is constantly injured. And for some reason, Mafia New York loves the guy with DeVito as the last name to play quarterback.
No, they don't love him.
No prediction is he gets $40 million to play mediocre quarterback.
They don't let him throw the ball.
Hey, one thing I know for certain, that DeVito family dinner is probably fire.
Oh, that shit probably goes crazy, and Nikki wouldn't eat a fucking thing on their table.
Because the mom only makes breaded chicken cutlets.
No, she probably makes good food, and I know we're never gonna find you anywhere near a table.
No, we're not gonna be anywhere near it. I don't eat breaded. I don't like breaded chicken cutlets.
Unless it is a potluck of smoothies and bring your own side vegetables. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be a Nikki kind of.
You're the one that told me I'm not invited to the cookout.
And I love you. And that's out of love. You can come after.
We're not trying to throw celery on the grill.
You can come after the cookout and we can
we get some raisins in the mashed potatoes?
Why can't I bring the food I would eat? And no disrespect to the person cooking. I mean, because not everybody likes everything.
I know, but you are a person that doesn't like anything. That's the difference.
No, if you have salad and a fruit platter, which all cookouts do.
We're not eating salad at cookouts over here.
What cookout have you gone to that did not have a salad?
No, I asked what cookout have you gone to? Because a cookout's supposed to consist of a bunch of artery clogging food. There's not supposed to be healthy options at a cookout.
Yes,
therefore, Nikki,
there's
that's the disconnect.
And burgers and hot dogs, and there's salads and
that's the disconnect, Nikki.
Rio, tell her that salt isn't a seasoning. You tell her.
There's more than salt and pepper. I know y'all only lightly salt and pepper.
No, I use garlic and stuff.
We're not doing food takes with Nikki right now.
I just killed DMV with that one. I can see it.
This could definitely go on forever.
I just want to know, I just want to know, what. All right, DMV, can I go to the cookout?
Absolutely not. I'm gonna answer for
the way you just asked that question. Hell no.
Hell yeah. There's a reason why.
Oh my God. You guys have never been to a cookout where there is a salad?
Ma'am, that's not a cookout, my dear.
It's over to the side for the flies to swarm to.
That's like a potluck.
Coleslaw is the closest.
Disgusting because there's mayo in it.
Exactly. It's artery clogging. If it doesn't kill you, we don't want it at a cookout.
You've never had crudité out and you've never had fruit platter?
Nikki, bless your heart. We're gonna move on from this. This rich bougie shit that she's talking is not a cookout.
And that is my friend. Not rich and bougie.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Do you have any Grey Poupon?
One table for drinks and one
tuna tartare a la carte.
She can't pass the Grey Poupon. Daniel Jones is the quarterback. We don't let him pass.
I do like spicy mustard, but so you're telling me you don't have grilled chicken? I eat grilled chicken all the time. There's no grilled chicken at the cookout?
Nikki, we're gonna move on from this subject because I don't want to do this to you.
Everybody's doing it. Look, they're saying potato salad. Oh,
hey, no lie. Seafood salad though.
These are artery. We're not. You're talking about salad. We're not
talking about salad though, y'all.
Yes, you have a nice Caesar salad out for someone.
Nikki, I love you. That's that hamster palate that you be talking about over there right now. We're human food. We eat artery clogging shit. But we're going to close this out because I know you got a podcast to record tonight. Everybody has things to do. Final subject of the night. Week 1 matchup. Are you winning or losing? And give me your record prediction for your team in 2024. Starting with Nikki, you have the easiest fucking team on the schedule this week. You have the Sam Darnold-led Minnesota Vikings. Win or loss, and give me your record for the Giants in 2024.
I do think they win this one and give us a little false hope. I'm going to say the Giants, give them 6 wins. 7.
Perfect.
Maybe? 6,
That's
7?
exactly what I got them in my prediction. I got them at 6 wins as well. How many wins for the Giants, guys?
4.
DMV looks so
5.
uninterested.
I got them at 4. They would need a miracle.
You got it, Chip. My birthday's tomorrow. Can you just
But you know what, though?
I got it.
You don't have
Let her have
wins.
message loud and
You
clear.
get 5 wins.
But you know what, though? Ironically, the year that they went to the playoffs, they were supposed to be some shit, too.
Yeah.
True.
They were. This is very true. Chip, your week 1 matchup is in Brazil against the Green Bay Packers.
Maybe these wildfires are putting a little damper on things.
Can't wear green, got wildfires. Jesus.
You can't wear green, but the Packers can.
Hey, if there was a place that I wouldn't want to play football, it's Brazil, dog. Like,
but at least
I'd be at the beach.
Yep, but at least both teams have to make this awful trip. I do have the Eagles winning the first game. I think they're a better team than the Packers. I know Jordan Love got paid, but he's along the same lines for me as is he ready for that payment yet? I know the Packers really enjoy having long-term solutions at quarterback. I just don't know if Jordan Love is that guy. So I do have the Eagles winning this game, and I got the Eagles going 13-4 this season. I look at their schedule. It is a little bit easier because it's a second-place schedule. We're going to come across some games that we just melt down, but I do have them at 13 wins.
My slight pushback to that. So you don't believe in Jordan Love, even though he produced a better passing year than your quarterback has ever seen in his career so far? 4,030 touchdowns and a playoff win in his first year starting. That's
Absolutely.
not enough for you?
No.
Okay.
Fair. Because doesn't Daniel Jones have a playoff win of some kind?
He don't got a 4K 30 touchdown season to put with that, though, in a playoff win.
Nope.
Again, I think that now that there's a little more tape on Jordan Love, defenses will know how to play him. And it was the same thing with Daniel Jones, right? There wasn't a lot of tape on Daniel Jones. Then they realized they just had to tie his shoelaces together and he trip all over him damn self, right? Okay. Jalen Hurts has kind of consistently been where he is, and now he's going to kind of keep elevating his stuff.
Okay. Oh, because defenses aren't going to – I love how that argument doesn't go both ways.
No, listen, because consistently he's now worked with another offensive coordinator, so there's been no consistent tape on Jalen Hurts.
Oh, it's going to be so fun when we get to the year end. See, I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to schedule this every 4 weeks so we can get a quarterly roundtable so we can check in through all the roller coaster emotions of the season. DMV. Talk to me. Y'all are playing your boy, Amari Cooper. Y'all are on the road this weekend, correct? You're in Cleveland?
Yeah, we're in Cleveland.
Talk to me. W or loss and your win-loss record for the season.
We losing that game, bro. We lose those type of games. Ooh. We lose those type of games against the grudge matches, and they come up with all the storylines and all that stuff. I think we could play well, and it might be a close game, but I think Amari's probably gonna go off. Deshaun Watson's probably gonna he normally gives us trouble. He normally is he
even Deshaun Watson? Because I feel like he got Space Jam soul sucked.
But understand this,
a long time.
He will be Deshaun Watson for that day. Trust me when I say it. Like stuff like that happens, and they'll be like, "Is Deshaun Watson back?" And then he'll stink it up the next week.
That sounds like some Washington shit. I'm related.
But then Dallas will go on a roll, and Dallas will probably win like the next 4 games or something like that. And I got Dallas at about 11 wins. I got us at about 11.
Okay, 11 wins for y'all, 13 wins for Chip, and what did we say? 5 or 6 wins for Nikki.
We were nice. We said 5.
6.
Okay, she said
6. It was my prediction. 6, not yours.
6, and I'm gonna close this one out. We open up on the road versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're a better team. We're 3-point dogs going into Tampa. 60% chance of rain and precipitation on Sunday. I got Washington going into Tampa, a la 2012 Robert Griffin III shocking all game, and we're going up there and we're going to shock them. Our rookie quarterback is setting the tone early. We're coming out with an ugly victory week 1. We're making it happen. We're going to win that game, and I got us finish in 2024 8-9. 8 wins, 9 losses, a 4-win improvement from the year before. Identity's been set. We have a quarterback. on to year 2 where we can Philadelphia style get aggressive in the offseason and start actually building a beast because we know what we have in the room there. Thoughts?
The thing, so first off, the DMV, I kind of agree with what you were saying. The other thing is that CeeDee Lamb is just getting into camp. I think that he's a step or two slow. Yeah, I think 8 or 9 wins, Rio, gets you into the playoffs as that last seed. I mean, there's not a lot of, like everyone has said, there's not a ton of expectations on you guys this year, which is, it's kind of nice to not play with the target on your back. If we're going, it's, in my opinion, it's Eagles, Cowboys, Commanders, and then the Giants.
And Be Real reminds, let's be fucking respectful. That is a woman,
like,
that is a friend of mine, and she can talk circles about football around a lot of the people in the chat. Let's be fucking respectful when we come on this chat here and we talk this shit about our teams, because it ain't never that deep. But I know Nikki has to run. I enjoyed every moment of this. I loved all the drama, all the shit we did tonight. Everybody plug where you need to go. I know most of these people are probably not going to care, but plug your shit and go ahead and get up out of here. And I'll talk to y'all in 4 weeks, starting with Miss Nikki Giss.
You guys can find me at NikkiNick9384 on Twitter, X, Instagram, and our channel is Thunder and Lightning. We're usually on Mondays at 8:30, and then again either Wednesday or Thursday nights. So you can like and subscribe on Thunder and Lightning at TNL_NYG or That Sports Podcast Network. And DMV, happy belated birthday to you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
You are welcome.
DMV, take it from there.
You guys can find me at DMV Fanatic on YouTube, the real DMV Fanatic on Instagram, and DMV Fanatic 1, because there's so many like people who want to be me. So I got to come up with different names and stuff. But DMV Fanatic 1 on Twitter, X, you know what I'm saying? I welcome conversations with people that want to have real conversations. Like Rio said, have a little bit of respect, not just for the lady, but for the people that do put in this work, because we do put in this work. We put in a lot of time with this stuff. So, you know what I'm saying? Respectful conversations, I'll have them, but appreciate y'all.
Absolutely. We can use colorful and we can use profanity all we want to on this channel. What we're not going to do is disrespect each other, because I will not tolerate that bullshit. You will get banned for that. Chip, go ahead, take us up out of here, man.
Well, first off, happy birthday to the people on my computer, right, left. I don't know how this whole thing works. Happy birthday to the two of y'all. You can find me at Chip for the Birds on X, whatever that is. Also at Umpire Stories if you want more of a baseball feel. I am a baseball umpire. I'm up to 173 games this season. I've done multiple states and all kinds of stuff there. And you can find me as the co-host of AAT Birds. We go live on Wednesday nights most times. The All About the Birds podcast, where it is all birds all the time.
Absolutely. And we're going to close this one out. Y'all know the boy Rio_Robinson91, rambling with Rio. You know the vibes. We're trying to get to 20,000 subscribers. We just hit 12. Hey, I know someone who's never, I appreciate all of y'all. Happy birthday, belated, to DMV, and happy birthday to you, Nikki. Tomorrow, I'm saying it early because we're not going to be on stream when it gets there. I know someone who's never laid with a woman when I see him, and someone who gets online and attacks women and is exactly that type of character person. That's all we got for right now. I'll see y'all when we do another NFC East Family Reunion Roundtable in 4 weeks. Until next time,